Hey everybody, welcome to Candy Coated Conversations with your girl Candace here. And I heard about this story and I knew that I had to come and talk about it and, create a little discussion around this. Okay, so a Texas man who unalived his wife, and it was on camera after discovering that she had an affair, has just been sentenced to 10 years in prison for unaliving her. Now, this man is going to be eligible for parole in 5 years. Let me repeat this: a man who unalived his wife on camera after he found out that she had an affair is only going to prison for 10 years and will be eligible for parole in five. Let me tell you why this sentence is so crazy to me. It's so crazy to me, you guys, because it was as if lightning struck. And this man got a jury comprised of nothing but women. Let that sink in. This man unalived another woman, and a jury full of nothing but women only sentenced this man to 10 years, and he will be more than likely walking the streets in five when they could have gave him 20 years. What is going on here? This bewildered me. Okay, so let's get into some details of this case. Um, the his name is Kerry Birmingham, 60 years old. He was sentenced earlier this week after unaliving his wife, Patricia, 48, in December 2021 after he discovered that she had an affair. Now, this leads you to the discussion of crimes of passion. And you guys have heard of crimes of passion where things happen, spur of the moment, bam, you just kind of lose it because you're so emotional. And, this kind of came about with um, lovers' quarrels, if you want to say that, where people were committing crimes against their loved ones because they felt so impassioned um, in the moment. And this was something that was kind of created that got these people off. It's as if they uh, snapped, so to speak. Y'all watch that show Snapped, where a man and a woman, or hey, any same sex, whatever, um, and they just snap at the thought of not being able to be with them, or something going wrong, and it is actually a legal defense. It is a legal defense, and I'm going to give you the definition of it. Okay. So, a crime of passion in popular usage refers to a violent crime, especially unaliving someone, in which the perpetrator commits the act against someone because of sudden, strong impulse, such as anger or jealousy, rather than as a premeditated crime. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you find out, like for instance, you walk in on your husband and he's in bed with another woman. You snap and you do something to him. That would be considered a crime of passion, and something that your lawyer would probably use in your defense that you snapped, you know? So it says a high level of social and legal acceptance of crimes of passion has been historically associated with France from the 19th century to the 1970s, and until recently with Latin America. So it 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 says in the description that it suggests that there was no malice, and instead of the crime was committed in the heat of passion. So, That goes to a whole other thing with this man. So he found out his wife was cheating on him, had a confrontation with her, and did what he did. So I'm going to actually show a video from the newscast with this, where you can see right prior to when he unalives her, and he's holding the shotgun in his hands. So you guys, let's take a look at this, and yeah, let's take a look. Let me share.
Her story days after that young woman's father was sentenced for murdering her, the victim recording every haunting moment. And that video, a key piece of evidence in the killer sentencing trial.
Well, as you know, jaws dropped in our newsroom when we saw it. And ABC 13's Alex Bozarchian joins us now with another big part of this case. The jury was made up entirely of women, Alex.
That's right, Eric. It was an all female jury, which is rare but can happen. You're not allowed to strike down a juror on the basis of sex or race, so that's how it shook out here. The overwhelming evidence here was a video of the murder. Despite that, they sentenced Carrie Birmingham to 10 years in prison. The maximum would have been 20.
Okay. All right. Goodbye, Reese. I'll see you. You go meet Jesus.
Those were Carrie Birmingham's last words to his wife, Patricia, before he killed her with his shotgun outside their home in Spring. In the video, you can hear he fired 3 times.
Hope it was working.
This all going down while their teenage daughter, Olivia, was at school.
I lost both my parents that day. My dad died that day too. Because the person who did that to my mom and my father aren't the same person.
Patricia and Carrie had roughly a 30-minute argument leading up to the shooting.
You really want this on video?
I'll pull it. I'm mad enough to pull it.
Audio we obtained of several minutes prior to the video became a large part of Carrie's crime of passion defense.
I'm done.
I'm done too.
I'm done.
I'm done too.
Carrie had allegedly learned Patricia was having an affair, the two's argument getting more and more heated.
Don't blame him.
Then get the out.
Carrie's defense attorney, Anthony Osso, says they pled guilty directly to the all-female jury. He says their strategy was to accept responsibility, but convince jurors Carrie shot Patricia in the heat of the moment.
We never tried to justify the actions of our client, but the defense wasn't about justification. It was about why he did what he did.
I tried to.
Olivia finds her father's defense questionable at best.
I don't know. That sudden passion. You have to have something. You have to have made that decision within you for a while. I feel like to do that to somebody you really, really love.
Carrie was given a 10-year sentence with the possibility of parole after 5. Olivia says in court she spoke to her father and gave us a summary of her victim impact statement.
That no matter what was said in this trial, you know the type of woman she was. You know who she was, and you know what you did, and how he took away my favorite person in this world.
Olivia testified that she never witnessed her father physically abusing her mom, but she wanted to raise awareness that there are different types of abuse she experienced, including emotional and financial. She says while she still loves her father, she can never forgive him.
Okay, you guys, I just wanted you to hear what went on in this case. And the crazy thing about it to me is that 12 women actually sat there, and that is all the justice they gave this woman's daughter. Do you guys see that gun that that man unalived his wife with? And he shot it 3 times at her. 3 times, you guys. 12 women sat there and put their heads together and decided that all this man deserved was a 10-year sentence. And it's likely that he will be walking the streets with his belly out like that in 5 years. And how was it such a crime of passion when they had that much discussion? You know what I mean? In the example that I gave earlier, had he walked in on her with this man and just flew off the handle and lost his mind, because I honestly can see that being a shocking situation to walk into. But you sat there, argued with this woman, had a back and forth exchange, and then told her that she was going to meet Jesus. How was that not premeditated? When you can have an up to 30-minute recorded argument with someone, that's not a crime of passion to me. And I think this all woman jury got it totally wrong. Totally wrong. Like, literally, to me, for it to have been a defense of crime of passion, there's a time limit on that. Not you sitting going back and forth with me for 30 minutes before you decide that that's what you're going to do. That's very much premeditated. When you went and walked and got that gun and sat and argued with me for 30 minutes, you knew what you were going to do. That's premeditation. And I can't believe that a jury of 12 women got this wrong. It's just unbelievable to me, especially since the likelihood of there being an all woman jury is just the odds are so much against this happening, that in this particular case of a woman being unalived and that you guys would make the decision that you did, it is just jaw dropping to me. But I just wanted to, if you hadn't heard about this case with Patricia Birmingham, very sad for her daughter. It doesn't appear that they had other children together, so an only child. And just as the young lady stated, that day she lost both of her parents, um, due to his crazy decision, and then of course him unaliving her mother. So prayers with her. Um, and it's hard to wonder what she's really feeling about the sentence that her dad got, because at the end of the day, it is her dad. But then again, that's her mother, and she stated that that was the person closest to her. So once again, prayers sent to her, and just want to have a quick little candy coated conversation about this. Please give the video a thumbs up, and please subscribe. Consider becoming a member, and we are going to be back with our lives, and our member only chats will be starting up very soon. I have a lot of things planned, so make sure you subscribe and consider becoming a channel member. I appreciate every one of you for taking the time to watch. Okay? Have a good one. See you on the next candy coated conversation. There we go.